Hi everyone, this is Megan Nance and this is my final presentation for LIC 500. The questions I will be answering in personal growth are: what did you learn about yourself this semester that you did not necessarily know before? And what gave you a new perspective or challenged your point of view? For professional growth, what challenges do you see in teaching that you did not see before this class? And what is something that you'll remember from this course that will likely affect your teaching for the rest of your career? And for impact, I will be presenting a creative response to the topic of classroom setup and management from this class. Personal growth. What did you learn about yourself this semester that you did not necessarily know before? Through learning about the different types of schools there were and the pros and cons, I learned that I may be more open to teaching at a different type of school other than the traditional public school. For example, charter schools provide teachers with opportunity to be innovative and design a classroom that fits the needs of their students. And principals have the flexibility that public schools may not have when it comes to creating a culture that fosters performance. This falls more in line with my teaching beliefs. Magnet schools create a diverse learning environment, have great teachers, and give students the opportunity for global experiences. Students don't all learn the same way, and magnet schools consider students' interests. They also focus on soft skills and real-life preparation, which I believe is very important in education. I also enjoyed learning more about immersion programs and that they even offer STEM programs. STEM is a great way to prepare students for the future. What gave you a new perspective or challenged your point of view? Learning about assessments gave me a new perspective. Prior to the semester, I viewed assessments as standardized tests and end of unit exams. There is so much more to it. Assessments come before lessons, throughout, and after. Pre-assessments happen before a unit, and they help educators find out what the students already know, what they want to know, and give teachers the information they need to change a lesson plan if needed. Formative assessments happen continuously throughout the instruction. Examples include exit tickets, classroom polls, concept maps, graphic organizers, or journals. Formative assessments are important because they provide feedback to students and teachers, allowing lessons to be altered if needed. Summative assessments happen after instruction and are usually higher stakes. Examples would include tests, final projects, and portfolios. Professional growth. What challenges do you see in teaching that you did not see before in this class? The biggest challenge I see in my future of teaching is balancing diverse learning needs. Students come from varying academic backgrounds, languages, cultures, and SESs, which play a huge role in student performance. Looking at this infographic put things into perspective. Students may be homeless, living in poverty, or don't speak English well, maybe even at all. All of these factors play a big role in how students perform academically, and learning about this throughout the semester opened my eyes to the challenges we will face inside our classroom and the difficulties we could experience with finding a balance in all of our students' learning needs. What is something that you will remember from this course that will likely affect your teaching for the rest of your career? Without hesitation, what will stick out to me for the rest of my future teaching career is the case studies through the film Waiting on the World to Change with Diane Sawyer. Waiting on the World to Change was eye-opening. There was a 5-year-old kindergartner named Ivan who showed up to class nervous, with clothes that didn't fit him, and homeless. But what really stuck to me was that Ivan could not tell the school principal or staff member how many times a day he eats meals. He didn't know because he has not grown up with having regular access to food. This reminded me of Maslow's hierarchy of needs that we learned about in this course. In order to reach self-esteem and self-actualization, lower levels need to be met first. Ivan's most basic needs, such as food and water, were not being met, just like the other kids in this documentary. They are showing up to school, but how do we expect children to perform when they are hungry, abused, homeless, and witnessing extreme acts of violence? And then that is why it is so important to me to practice empathy with all children as well as care for each student. This idea of caring and showing kids that you believe in them really made sense when the movie discussed the nonprofit program Urban Promise. Urban Promise helps kids with skills necessary for academic achievement, life management, and spiritual growth. In other words, the program helps kids get off the streets and into programs that keep them safe. Programs like this help give them a sense of belonging, basic needs like food and water, safety, and security. Urban Promise helps fulfill the lower levels of the hierarchy, resulting in reaching self-actualization. Urban Promise helps give kids the skills they need to reach their greatest potential. And this is our job as educators, to provide an environment where kids feel safe, supportive, and are given a sense of belonging. In this single program, 90% of children ended up pursuing higher education. Imagine if all schools offered a program similar to Urban Promise. The future of children would be much brighter. By reminding myself of the struggles children go through outside of the classroom, I am able to provide a more understanding and empathetic environment. And impact. Present a creative response to a topic from this class. The topic I am presenting is classroom setup and management because I believe it's incredibly important and it sets expectations and routines that are necessary for effective teaching. This is geared towards kindergarten classrooms. Classroom setup. Describe your classroom jobs in a visual you might use. My classroom jobs will appear and include a poster and clothespins with students' names written on them. Depending on grade level, jobs will include line leader, teacher's assistant, calendar helper, veterinarian for something like a classroom fish, timekeeper, trash collector, lunch helper, mail carrier, weather reporter, news reporter, photographer, cleanup crew, and greeter. Describe your cool down area. My calm down area or safe place will have a poster that has calm down choices like yoga, draw, deep breath, sit, etc. It'll have books, a calm down choice mini book, yoga poses, and a deep breath visual. I will include other books that offer ways to calm down when they get upset, such as The Way I Feel, If You're Angry and You Know It, The Feelings Book, Grumpy Bird, and Problem Solving Solutions. Rules and procedures. What will your classroom rules be? My classroom rules will be on a poster board at student level and will include rules such as we take care of each other, we take care of our school, and we take care of ourselves, and we take care of our world. Describe your morning routine students should follow. My morning arrival routine for students will include individual display cards on ribbon or poster board with Velcro that students can follow. The routine checklist will include putting their backpack away, saying hello, washing hands, signing in, turning in folders in a designated basket, making a lunch choice, depending on the school rules, checking classroom jobs, and starting morning work. Rewards and consequences. List 3 examples of positive reinforcements for good behavior. Number 1, cleanup awards. When I see students cleaning up, I give them a reward. Number 2, student-led award. I will have students give out awards to friends they see cleaning up. It's a good way for them to point out something positive about their friends. Number 3, send awards home to parents, letting them know that their child has done well in the classroom. It also helps with classroom and home connection. Describe a visual you will use in conjunction with your behavior management. I will have a green choices, which is work hard, work as a team, play with friends, use my words, listen, etc. And red choices such as yell, take others' turns, kick, push, laugh at someone, be a bully, chart, and poster. Using too many cards may overwhelm students, so I usually just choose one that best fit my students' and class's needs. I will include the green and red choice board during a morning class meeting, allowing open discussion where students can ask questions. Depending on age, I will introduce a few at a time and explain what it is so they understand it and what it looks like and what it sounds like. Effective classroom management all year round. Will you have a morning meeting? Why or why not? Yes. Not only are they a great way to talk and reflect on making green and red choices, but it can also be a good time to celebrate student successes. Most importantly, morning meetings build community in the classroom. How will you communicate regularly with families? I think it's important to build a homeschool connection and develop positive relationships with my students and their families. In order to do this, I will send home letters letting parents know what we are doing and working on in the classroom. I will also send positive notes home when a student follows a rule. I plan on emailing parents and having the homeroom photo app, school and parent permitting, to post pictures every week or every other week of what students have been up to. The most impactful thing that I've learned with classroom management is that it is an integral part of a successful learning environment. It is directly related to the success of both students academically and in their emotional and social development. I have also learned that classroom management is not easy and that it will be an ongoing skill that I will be working on throughout my career in the classroom. Every class is different, and I may need to adjust classroom rules and procedures from year to year or class based on specific needs. I think it would be a great idea to focus on learning more about behavior management throughout my internship and in starting my career in teaching.